Hi everyone, welcome to Insights by Johnita. I am Johnita Francis, your host for the next little while anyway. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here with all of us here at Moonstruck TV. I have a couple of little crystals that I'm going to break out today, which will help me channel and get the information through for you. I have my ever trusty celestial quartz. If you haven't seen these big guys before, get your hands on one. You will not regret it. It's not the prettiest of crystals, I will admit. However, it is instrumental in helping you achieve that upper level of being able to tap into things, being able to channel information, just help you with your meditation as well. If you're super sensitive, you might want to drop it down a level, which is the smoky quartz. It's a little bit darker color, but it will also help you to be able to channel and to tap into your own intuitive abilities, which is always exciting. I'll put that one down there. And then I have got my spirit quartz. Now, spirit quartz is a lot prettier. It's got multiple colors in this particular one. This is the big brother or the big sister of the celestial quartz. So you're going up an extra level as well. I choose this one when I'm having trouble, which we may have trouble today with so much smoke in the air, with tapping into frequencies, because Sydney has been under siege with fires. And I am calling in from Sydney. So we'll give it a go, see what happens. It is a very pretty stone. I've been wanting one for a very long time. And I've just been waiting for the right ones, because as much as I want certain things, I have to wait for the feel and the intuitive tap in. And, you know, when you put a ring on and you turn it around and you know that it goes a certain way, that's the ring for you. Or you put your earrings in, you've got to fidget with them a little bit. That's there for you. That's what your body wants you to have right now. So the spirit quartz was a couple of years in the making with this tiny little thing, but she was worth the wait, well and truly. So I like to play with her quite a bit and bring her out. I have also put her on my Ouija board lately to see what happens and see if anything happens at all. And the two work hand in hand absolutely beautifully. So we'll be excited to see what else the Ouija board and the spirit quartz could do in the coming weeks and months, I suppose. So, yeah. So the week ahead for us, by now we have just about all survived Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Give yourselves a huge pat on the back, because this was no mean feat. It was huge. Myself included, I took it. I got skin off my knee. I got bruises on my elbows. But I slid into it and we escaped it and we were fine. So if you are having some trouble getting through the last little part of Mercury retrograde, or you're feeling a little bit lost, don't fear, you are not alone. 100% you're not alone. You guys have got one more day of it in the Northern Hemisphere. So you're we're a little bit luckier, I suppose, in that respect, being in the Southern Hemisphere. But, yeah, so the next week ahead, I'll be having a look at the planets as well. So might catch that on the next show next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So we're going to cross to some callers shortly and see what we can do there. We've got some cards out. We've got the crystals out. We're ready to go. So it's really just checking ourselves and getting ourselves in that right place. I did find a little timer recently called Insight Timer. So it's actually a meditation app, and it was actually really, really cool. It's got some really cool stuff on there for meditation purposes, the guided meditations as well. If you're on your spiritual journey, I would highly recommend that you tap into that and have a little look, see what style of meditation works for you. I will let you in on a little secret. I very rarely meditate. My idea of meditation takes part in the gym, where I lift a series of very heavy weights so I can build up muscles. So it's that's how I meditate. Meditation is about mindfulness, so it's about relaxing, getting in that state where your mind is either not in overload of all the things that you're trying to think about, and it's just here, you're present, you're in this moment right now, not thinking about things gone past, not thinking about things in the future. So mindfulness. Absolutely, 100%. So find out how your meditation works for you and do it. But if you do need a little tip, a little bit of guidance, Insight Timer has got some really cool meditation guides, I suppose, and tapes on there for you to have a look. Right. We've got Michelle in Alpharetta, Georgia. Now, you're going to have to excuse me if I get the pronunciation incorrect, but I'll give it a go. So you can have a giggle at me. I'm not that important that I can't have a giggle at my inability to pronounce things. So, Michelle, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, how you going?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just wanting to get a few questions answered. I'm just trying to find out right now, pretty much about life, trying to figure out which way to turn, trying to get some advice. Wanted to see if myself, and my ex will rekindle, and then wanted to try to get maybe some career advice or just advice about the future, pretty much.
Beautiful. Okay, let's have a little look at the ex situation first. So, have you found your voice now and been able to put your boundaries in place and let him know where your expectations are?
You said, have I did that?
Yeah.
But we're not on speaking terms right now. But I have before, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like you two speak different languages. And boys don't listen how girls listen, and this is not the start of a gender war, okay? But we just have different ways of absorbing information. So boys take a little bit longer to process things, have to go away, think about it. We need instant, spontaneous, right now, let's go. And that's where sometimes the two genders can clash a little bit. I think that for you, you're a very giving person, and you really like to make sure that what you bring to the relationship is recognized and valued, and you really give a lot of yourself. And they're beautiful qualities. The only thing is, if they're not also in that same mindset, it can create a little bit of you doing too much and them not meeting you at least in the middle. So the best way forward for you two would be to make sure that you've got really clear direction, really clear. This is not a time for you to go, I'll talk about that later, or I'll bring that up at a different time. Lay all your cards out on the table and really let this person know that you're serious about a relationship, because there is a lot of love between you, but you really need him to understand where your expectations are, what you need from him in a relationship for it to be a healthy relationship going forward. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's also around your career now, I'm getting, what do you do right now? Because I'm doing this with my fingers off screen. So what do you do right now?
I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse. You got fidgety fingers. Fidgety fingers. Right. Okay. You're an interesting nurse, okay, because nurses are revered here in Australia. We love them because they do such an amazing job. So, but what I did was I picked up my cog chart, which is your chakra chart, and what life is all about for you at the moment is there's a bigger meaning, and you're trying to tap into that. So you're trying to work out, now nursing is an admirable, beautiful role to have, but you've got a very spiritual side to you as well. And not just because you're phoned into here, you're actually really tapping into your intuitive ability. There's a couple of things that I'm picking up in your energy field. You've got a hot bod, which means that you can feel like you're heating up sometimes. Your palms get very warm as well, so you're a natural healer. So I'm not really surprised that you went into nursing. Have you done any work around palliative care yet? An end of life?
No, that's an area I don't like.
Yeah, because you've got, when I tap into your cog area or your soul star, so that's higher than your crown chakra, that is letting me know that you've actually got this beautiful divine energy. So you're working in a universal light. So it's interesting that you don't want to touch palliative, because I think you'd be absolutely amazing at it for so many different reasons. What about the other end of life? Have you done anything around, because you keep coming up with rebirth and universal light, so they're the two opposite ends of the spectrum, beginning of life, end of life. Have you done anything with the maternity waters yet?
No, I do long-term care with geriatrics and usually in acute care settings, emergency settings. But I'm a director
Okay.
in long-term care setting.
Okay, all right. So you're kind of towards the end chapter of life,
Mm-hmm.
but not palliative. Okay.
Right, right. Yeah. But for my first question, you didn't answer yes or no, or can you not give me a yes or no answer? What do you think?
For your relationship?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you need to put what your expectations are on the table, and if he can accept that and you can both communicate effectively, there's a very good chance the relationship will move forward. It's the communication style that lets you guys down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So were you looking to change your work? I can't see you moving out of nursing. I can see you doing more study and changing the way you changing the area of nursing, but I don't see you moving from nursing.
No, I think I'll stay in that area. I love it. I've been doing it for a while and I love it.
Yeah. I've just got some backup from one of my card decks here, and it says that it's you have an ability to make things, to lift people up when they're feeling down, probably, which is why I went straight to the palliative end of life area for you, because you've got a really beautiful quality that people want to give you themselves. They want to talk to you. They want to have you nurturing them and looking after them, and not just in a nursing sense, in a everyday sense as well.
Okay, that's great.
You've also got this little it comes back up with divine guidance again. So not only is the cog chart telling me that you've got this beautiful energy and this spiritual awareness, there's also now you're starting to get some cards out and they're saying the same thing. So you've got this divine guidance. Do you meditate at all?
No, I was thinking about today taking a class to learn how to, but no, I don't currently.
Yeah. So what is it that you do to relax and to switch off from the whole entire world? What's that little thing that you do with your hands? Do you sew or something, or do you knit or do something? What is it that you're doing?
I don't know of anything. No, can't think of anything.
Okay. Because I kind of feel like if your hands are busy doing gardening or craft or painting or something, keeping your hands busy stops the monkey chatter in your mind. It calms your mind down because your hands are busy, so your mind is not. Does that make sense?
I can't think of anything that I'm doing like that. I can't. Not really.
Okay. Because if you're having trouble, when's your birthday? What's the number?
August 3rd.
August 3rd. Okay. Social power. Okay. So if you were to find something that you could do, like the gardening or painting or something that you could learn that craft as opposed to meditating in a normal meditative way, that might be of more benefit to you short term, and then start to look at different breathing modalities as well. So Kundalini breathing, that style of meditation, you get a total benefit out of, because you're already vibrating at a different level. You're a little bit more aware, I think, than you give yourself credit for.
Okay.
So perhaps if you wanted to learn meditation, you could get out and try few different things first, and then perhaps go to a meditation class. Pardon?
Okay.
Yeah, that might give you a little hint and tip. It could be because you could. Do you do? They're coming back and showing me your fingers again. Do you type in your business? Like, do you type when you're do any sort of typing or writing reports or things like that in your job? Is it more like that, or is it more face-to-face client-patient relationships?
I do a little bit of both because I'm a director, so I oversee a large group of people. So I do a little bit of both.
Okay, all right. Do you prefer the human aspect of it and the paperwork sort of takes over sometimes?
Paperwork?
Yeah, like so you prefer
Yeah.
the patient work. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's a bit of a bummer that you have to do the paperwork side of it, to be honest. If only someone else could do the paperwork side for you, because your energy is just really, it's maternal. It's a lovely energy. It's a lovely energy. Have you got your holiday booked yet?
The holiday?
Yeah, have you booked it yet? Or are you still talking about
it? No, I haven't yet. You mean like Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Yeah, or annual leave, time off from work. Have you got that booked?
Like a vacation? No, I haven't yet. No, haven't did any of that yet.
Okay, all right. Maybe before a couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months before your next birthday, if you could give yourself a little bit of a break, and go somewhere completely different, just to reset your batteries in your body and reset everything. And preferably 2 or 3 months before your next birthday, because you'll be vibrating under a different personal year. So it kind of like celebrates the year that was and gets you ready for the year that's going to be, because you're going to be quite busy next year. There's not going to be as much it's going to be a different kind of stress. It's going to be a fun stress. This year was a tiring stress, okay? So that's where the difference will be. But if you could kind of take yourself away for even if it's just a week, and just, about 2 to 3 months, no more than 3 months before your birthday, then that'll reset your body and kind of like, those old sketch pads, well, we have them in Australia. This is where it gets tricky. And you can write on them, and they're like a magnet, and then you swipe the screen and wipes everything out, and you start afresh and you paint your next picture. That's kind of what you need to do just before going into your next birthday, just to reset everything, okay, and just catch your breath. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh, I can't think of anything else, but that's all you see.
Lovely. It was lovely to speak to you. Thank you very much for phoning in, Michelle.
All right. Thank you. You have a good day.
Take care. You too. See you later. Okay. It was lovely. You know what? Nurses are amazing people. I think nurses often get the short straw sometimes in situations, and they're the frontline people. I've got so much respect for them, and working in the community sector for as long as I did, it certainly takes you right in front of nurses on a more regular basis, and they just do an amazing job. So if you're a nurse and you're listening, thank you very, very much for all that you do to keep us safe and healthy. Okay, we've got, someone calling in from Townsville. We've got Christine. Christine,
hello?
Are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you going up there?
I'm good, darling. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Fires are not with you yet?
God, no. I don't want them. And I feel sorry for the people who have them. Yeah, it's terrible. We need some rain. So where are you?
Sydney.
You're in Sydney. Okay. So you're going to give me a reading, are you?
I am trying, yeah. What can I do for you?
Okay. I just want to know what's ahead, relationship-wise, career-wise, stuff like that, moving.
Sure. Okay, well, the moving is a given because your boxes are already packed. So when I say that to you, it means that the universe has already conspired for you to move, okay? They're showing me that you're getting itchy, like an itchy caterpillar. So you're looking for something new, trying to find what else you can do, okay? So the itchy feet, itchy hands, you're just ready for your next adventure. Relationship-wise, what's going on there? What is going on there? Are you in a relationship at the moment and you're very individual people?
No, I'm in a relationship. It's been for about 5 years now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
2 strong individuals, yes.
Very strong. Yeah. Yeah. To the point that your energies run alongside of each other as opposed to meshing together. So when you butt heads, you really butt heads.
But we can butt heads, but the relationship is good, actually.
Yeah. All right. Are you both moving together when you move?
One would hope, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I'd like eventually for him and I to buy a home together. That's what I'd like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's about the luck of Jupiter is on your side. So I flipped over some zodiac cards and just said, okay, well, where's this energy? What are we doing with this? Where's the move taking place? Kind of feels now I've got You Babe running through my head, that song. So it kind of feels like Groundhog Day for both of you. You're looking for something different. You're not afraid of hard work. You want to climb that mountain. When I talk about climbing mountains, I don't mean, being ambitious and knocking people out of the way or anything like that. But you do want to get to a vantage point where you feel safe and confident. The 8th house has come up, which is about shared resources. So you guys have got this common goal together, but you're very headstrong people. So what I would like to recommend that you talk about your goals together as a union together. You've still got your traditional roles that you do in the relationship as far as, you might do the inside stuff and he does the outside stuff, or sort of that. So you understand where the roles sit with the relationship.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, you guys build a house as opposed to, yeah.
No, either or, that doesn't matter. I had a reading about, 3 months ago, and it could have been less, and I was actually told that Spirit was hiding something from me. Is this correct? I'm not meant, a secret's been held from me. Is there any, and I'm not meant to find out just yet, which, when someone tells you something like this, you rack your brains to find out what it possibly could be.
We're women. That's our job to do that. This will drive you nuts. Interesting thing to say. That's a really interesting thing to say.
Well, see, I got diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years ago, darling, and I had 6 months of chemo, mastectomy, radiation, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking to having reconstruction next year. So, when you've gone through something major with your health like that, you want to, I just, beg your pardon, Dom?
The last thing you want is any surprises.
I just want to get back on my way, so to speak. So I'm looking at 2020 as being the year when I, get everything back together. I'm hoping anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm okay. I'm okay. It's been one of the most horrendous journeys of my life, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a worry that's sort of lingering as well. Look, I think we're in a pretty good place health-wise. I'm
fine. I wasn't asking about that.
Yeah.
I just, it did come up in a reading that Spirit was hiding something from me and I wasn't meant to find out. Well, I just want to know what it is about. Is it about the relationship? Is it about, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. I'm going to throw a spanner in the works because I've been working with Spirit for 35 years and they just don't do stuff like that, okay? So if you're not comfortable going back to the particular reader and saying, what the hell are you talking about, go to a different reader. I'm not getting any secrets being held at all. He's very much in his headspace. He's a deep thinker. So it's not keeping secrets from you. He needs to work stuff out in his own mind first before he verbalizes. That's a normal thing for him to do. Your health, I'm not getting anything at all. When I do scans of people, I get dark grey colours or black colours if there's a trouble point. You've got a squeaky clean bill of health. Your worry gets you going, and your anxiety attached to the worry can sometimes lead you to feel a little bit nauseous and a bit spewy in your guts. But as far as secrets are concerned, I'm not getting anything at all. I mean, that's just rude. Why would somebody put that doubt in your mind when there doesn't need to be like that at all?
Thank you for that, because see, I read myself, though. I'm a medium as well, and we know how we don't always read ourselves. And it just threw me being told this recently, because I mean, as I said, we don't always pick up on ourselves. But look, the last couple of years, I don't know what you can see or what you're picking up on in me. It's been one of the most horrific, and not just health-wise. It's been the last couple of years been the most horrific of my life. And I mean, no one's life is a picnic. We all have a story, but honestly, in the last couple of years, it's been horrible. And it's taken me a lot to heal myself emotionally and everything else.
Yeah. Christine, we're almost out of time, unfortunately. I've just been given but I'd love to talk to you more. If you want to reach out to me on my Facebook page, it's Insight by Johnita Francis. I've also got a website, Insight by Johnita Francis. You can catch me on Twitter as well. Yeah, so I'm just about
Johnita, is it?
Johnita, yeah.
No, that's okay, darling. It was lovely to talk to you, honestly. It really was. And a couple of the words that you've said, absolutely spot on in that respect. So it's Johnita, is it?
Johnita, absolutely, yeah. So,
okay, darling. Thank you so much, darling. Okay,
don't worry about
bye-bye.
the secrets, sweetheart. All right, darling. Take care. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in for today. Exciting readings ahead, both lovely ladies. It's always nice when you get a bit of clarity and direction. But I will let you know, if someone tells you something in a reading and it doesn't sit right in your body, ask questions. Ask them to clarify.